Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Samarco Lightborn, and thank you for tuning in to the Blaze 98.3 FM's local news broadcast. Today is Monday, March 7th, 2022. We begin our newscast by following up on the water and sewage dilemma on Sunday that left scores of exhumians in the western area of the island without water since 10 a.m. More than 24 hours later, and residents still find themselves without access to water and scrambling to get answers. Our Westerland Ferguson brought us the initial report in our morning newscast.
Exhumians from Ramsey to Rollville and Stewart Manor were without water supply for almost 20 hours on Sunday due to an electrical issue. Consumers who were not aware of the notice posted by the Water and Sewage Corporation were in an uproar on social media after the interruption of service that was supposed to last 6 hours from 10 a.m. extended to almost 5 a.m. on Monday morning instead. One post read, "Water and sewage is very disrespectful of people Sunday afternoon. Most persons are at home. At least give us an hour's break to collect some water, then turn it back off. They don't even have a hotline to call and to complain."
The Blaze 98.3 FM received a barrage of complaints from residents today who expressed their disappointment when the water issue was not rectified after the initial 5 a.m. completion time, which was scheduled for Monday morning. However, residents discovered that their tap still ran dry. For this young professional, she says she is simply dumbfounded.
It's been over 24 hours. Exuma been out of water now. We selling this place as a 5-star island destination, tourist destination, and can't even have simple things like power, running water, roads, and bridges. I cannot explain to you how unpleasant of a feeling this is. I've used drinking water to do what I need to do, but my job is also in the West, and we just decided midday to close early because it's just not sanitary. We keep having these frequent water disruptions, and we can't even ever get some kind of credit on our utility bill. Today I'm just over it.
Meanwhile, other residents are pointing out that extensive water disruptions such as this one serve as major blows to the hospitality sector, as this local Rovillian who owns vacation rental homes reveals.
As an Airbnb host, this situation is not only affecting me as a resident, but it's also affecting me as a host to guests from out of country. Whilst me and my family may be able to tote water from elsewhere to flush toilets and take a bath, what do our guests do? The last time we had the same issue just a few months ago, I had to put my guests up at a hotel in town at my expense. How long are we going to have to deal with this same situation? It's unacceptable, especially in a new day.
Another resident who wishes to be identified as M. Smith says he could understand a lack of communication from the corporation on a Sunday, but reported that his personal inquiries as a resident today has yielded no results. He says the nature of the issue still remains a mystery. The Blaze 98.3 FM made attempts to get the specific details on the extensive water issue, but we were not able to receive a substantial or favorable response. Shortly before noon, Mr. Smith offered this comment when the Blaze inquired about the status of his water situation.
It's 11:44 and water's still off. No notice, no kind of update, no nothing. Thank God I just collect rainwater in case. But I think my neighbors and his Airbnb guests, this really making a bad impression. We want Exuma to be the third or even second city, but we need to get our basic infrastructure together. And my thing is, just let us know what's going on. These are man-made issues, but communicate clearly with us, because right now, this is such a health hazard.
At the time of this newscast production, the Blaze 98.3 FM received this notice from a local WhatsApp group, where a notice from the Bahamas Water and Sewage Corporation was disseminated. It reads, "The Water and Sewage Corporation advises customers in Exuma from Ramsey to Rollville and Stewart Manor that their water supply may be further interrupted today, Monday, March 7th, until 5 p.m. due to BPL extended power outages." The Blaze 98.3 FM will continue to follow this story and pursue every avenue to provide answers to the general public. On the healthcare front, according to the Pan American Health Organization, a dire health challenge is on its radar and it requires major attention. The mental health crisis. In the first year of the COVID-19 pandemic, the global prevalence of anxiety and general depression increased by 25%, according to regional health experts. In a press conference on Sunday, PAHO Director Dr. Carissa Etienne pointed out that these spikes in anxiety and depression were felt predominantly in countries where COVID-19 cases were high and movement of citizens was restricted through protocols such as lockdowns and curfews. The Bahamas is included in this category, enduring over 2 years of such impositions. Dr. Etienne has also found in her research that there was a gender distinction playing out as well when comparing mental health between the sexes and in various age groups.
Females were more affected than males, and younger people, especially those aged 20 to 24 years, were more affected than older adults.
Fortunately, most people did have the option to keep themselves safe through maintaining social distancing and other preventative measures. However, healthcare professionals, especially physicians working in the front line, have an increased risk of getting infected by COVID-19 as they do not have the opportunities to work from home. They treated patients with confirmed or suspected COVID-19 on a daily basis. Some had to stay separated from their families due to self-quarantining after their hospital duties. As a result, preliminary research among physicians demonstrated that they are suffering from fear of being stigmatized and various stress reactions. Healthcare professionals are a special group that Dr. Etienne says PAHO is concerned about.
We are especially focused on the impact on our healthcare workers, who really have suffered unprecedented burdens in caring for people with COVID-19, and in many cases, not being able to save them. And while at the same time, taking care of households and dealing with the fear of infecting their family.
Minister of Health and Wellness Dr. Michael Darville said the Davis administration will be making amendments to the Mental Health Act to assist those who need it the most. Locally, mental health services are available at the Exuma Healthcare Center, discreetly offering various therapies from the individual to the entire family. They may be contacted at 336-2088. In other news, it's a different kind of green opportunity that could be coming to Bahamians in a matter of weeks. According to Attorney General Ryan Pinder, a cannabis bill is expected to be finalized and submitted to Cabinet for consideration before the end of this month. But what does that mean for Bahamians with an interest in production and ownership in the rapidly growing international industry? Pinder made clear the forefront purpose of the bill will be to empower hundreds, if not thousands, of Bahamians and create new ownership in the industry while ensuring the highest standards from safety to regulation. While the idea of cannabis legislation is nothing new to Bahamians, Pinder credits the way to ensure that the legislation that is produced will be as comprehensive and progressive as possible. Addressing the media, Pinder said, the cannabis industry is definitely a positive contributor to the Treasury, but also for economic opportunities for Bahamians. Worldwide trends are in line with the Attorney General's statement, as the implementation of regularized cannabis has resulted in major economic stimuli in many countries, including the United States, Germany, and Canada. Pinder further advised that the legislation will pave the way beyond production and export to local manufacturing, which will be Bahamian-led. Regarding specifics of the legislation, Pinder said that his administration wishes to give major consideration to industrial hemp, which is non-THC based, which can be used for a number of industrial products, but also is a foundational element of CBD, which is a popular kind of holistic treatment. Granted, it's not prescribed medically. Pinder pointed out that it's still very popular in addressing matters such as anxiety, sleeplessness, among other benefits that are not THC related. Pinder emphasized that the Davis administration is advancing a framework of industrial hemp in parallel with marijuana. As it relates to the economy, Pinder said while a regulated industry in the Bahamas is not expected to be a magical cure to remove national debt or make everyone millionaires, however, it will contribute to the economic standing of the Bahamas in a significant way. Just ahead in our newscast, we take a look at the official COVID-19 update and a look at the weather forecast. We'll return after the break.
The new Cash and Go mobile wallet. The mobile wallet will allow you to load funds from any branded debit or credit card free of charge. Send funds locally to others with the wallet using just their mobile number. Pay utility bills and more. It helps you keep track of your daily transactions. Download the mobile app from the Play Store, while Apple users can contact info@paylanesnow.com. Cash and Go's new mobile wallet. Easy, simple, safe, and secure.
Welcome back to your local newscast. I'm Samarco Lightbourne. Thank you for joining us. Here's the latest on the COVID-19 front. The Bahamas Ministry of Health reported one COVID-19 case on Saturday. That case was discovered in Grand Bahama. The overall total stands at 33,172 cases. There were 15 recoveries reported for the day. Total recoveries are 33,013. There are 771 deaths on record. There are 9 hospitalized cases. 1 patient is being treated in the intensive care unit, and the remaining 8 cases are considered moderately ill. And now, providing you with a glimpse beyond your patio, here's our Gigi Presenti with your local weather forecast.
Good evening. Here's a look at your local weather forecast for Monday, March 7, 2022, as issued by the Bahamas Department of Meteorology. General situation. A strong high-pressure system anchored northeast of the area will weaken slightly while continuing to support brisk winds across the islands. Special warnings. Beachgoers should refrain from entering the waters, and small craft operators should remain in port due to rough surf and dangerous rip currents. Coastal flooding is also possible along eastern coastal communities, especially during high tide. For all areas, weather partly cloudy and windy with a chance of a few brief passing showers, mostly fair and windy tonight. Small craft operators should remain in port. Winds east to southeast at 15 to 25 knots in the northwest Bahamas and easterly at 20 to 25 knots in the central and southeast Bahamas over open waters. Seas 5 to 8 feet in the northwest Bahamas and 6 to 9 feet in the central and southeast Bahamas. Seas up to 11 feet along Atlantic exposures. Today's daytime high temperature was 82 degrees Fahrenheit, 28 degrees Celsius. Overnight low, 66 degrees Fahrenheit, 19 degrees Celsius. Sunsets at 6:14 p.m. Moonrise at 10:08 a.m. on Tuesday. We're currently experiencing low tide. High tide will be at 11:29 p.m. Low tide 5:52 a.m. on Tuesday. For your extended forecast. For the next 2 days, the high-pressure system will shift eastwards, allowing winds to diminish to a moderate to fresh level across the islands throughout the remainder of the week. I am Gigi Presenti, and this has been a look at your local weather forecast.
Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Samarco Lightbourne, reporting for the Blaze 98.3 FM. We invite you to join us for our morning broadcast with Westerl and Ferguson, Monday through Fridays at 8 a.m. Good evening, Bahamas, and stay safe.